2 weeks ago at Oswego Dirt, we saw a 5-car battle for the race win, but at the end, Bradley got his first win of the season. Today, the 18 drivers of the Amsoil East Series tag on Miles the Monster. It is Delaware Life Speedway, this high-banked, high-speed 1-mile track here in Delaware, and someone will leave here with race 2 as the race winner. It's the Delaware Life 150 for Amsoil East Series. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, and it's Race 97, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and the East Series is back 2 weeks ago with Oswego, and now we are down here in Delaware, and let's see what happens here. This track was really suggested last year for not being on the schedule. It ended up being on the Delaware Cup Series schedule, and I've liked it ever since. So we are back with the East and Elk Series today and tomorrow, and it's going to be a fun couple of days of action. I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Charles Crampton up here in the booth, and welcome to Delaware Life Speedway.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here in the state of Delaware. Looking forward to this Amsoil East race here, and these drivers very anxious to tackle the Miles the Monster, and hopefully Miles isn't that hungry.
Hopefully not. Luckily when we were here for the Delaware Cup Series earlier this year, he was very calm. Surprisingly, there's a couple of close calls from our members, so we'll see if we have a couple of close calls but keep it clean, or if Miles the Monster ends up being hungry here the next couple of days. Of course, this is not the first time we've been here, but the first time for the East Series and the Elk Series tomorrow. It's definitely gonna be interesting. 40 laps for both, 18 for the East Series, 24 for the main Elk Series. How do you think these drivers will tackle this 1-mile treacherous racetrack?
Yeah, this track is described by a lot of drivers as like a roller coaster. Obviously it's a self-sweeping racetrack, so if you wreck, you slide down the track either into another car, or onto the apron, or into that inside wall down the front stretch and the back stretch. And like I said, the roller coaster, you have such a banked straightaway, and you like dive down into the corners with the banking so strong in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then you go up the hill back onto the straightaways. So it's a very unique racetrack. It takes a lot of load on the cars, a lot of G-forces on the drivers. It's a very exhilarating but tough race for these drivers. But these guys, they know what they're doing, and they're about to tackle Miles the Monster.
Without a doubt, and let's see how hungry Miles the Monster is the next couple of days. But before we get started for the East Series, see how the points shake out. Nothing too crazy. Pretty similar to how they finished at Oswego. Valerie has a 2-point advantage over Takashi. In second, Jack Cost is in third, -3. Now this is big. Nico Samudio, he got 4th, so he is 4th in points, and he is on podium today, so he could have a good shot at maybe being first or second in points, leaving Dover. 5th is Austin Scott, -7. 6th is Matthew Burnett, -8. Burnett is -7. Taylor is 7th, -8. Trey White is in 8th, -9. Ramirez is in 9th, -10. And Will Parrish rounds out the top 10, -11. Points really don't matter too much, but eventually they will, with it only being a 8-race season. And like I mentioned, there is Nicholas Samdi or Mr. Edge on the pole, and alongside is Sharma, who unfortunately flipped in the East Series race at Oswego 2 weeks ago. Roll number 2 is Dale Campbell and Local Dawn. Roll number 3 is the Watkins Limmer in the main Elk Series last week. Jordan Stout, and alongside is Will Parrish. Roll number 4 is the number 20 of Matthew Burnett, and the number 1 of Kasumi Takashi. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be the number 11 of Jack Cost, and the number 17 of Ramirez, who almost won the Richard Hardison shootout A main, came up 1 spot short. 40 laps, 18 drivers, first time ever for the East Series at Delaware Life Speedway. Who do you think will win the Delaware Life 150?
Well, Dover, it's usually a track track, and so with that being said, I think that number 15 of Derek Campbell is going to get the job done here today. Venturing Motorsports, always strong, even though the ratings are equal. I still see 2 Venturini cars here. Actually make that 3 because that one car is like a Phoenix Venturini combo thing. So technically 3 cars inside the top 10 in qualifying. Venturini's gonna be strong. They always are. They always will be. So I'm gonna say Derek Hamill, track position, and Venturini. He's gonna get the win.
Not bad pit there, Camel. Had a decent running, got 12 at Oswego. We'll see what he can do at number 15. But if anyone wants to get the race win here today, they're going to have to tackle Sam Dio. He won 3 times in the main East Series last year, and he's looking to get his first East Series win here today. From the pole is Sam Dio and Martin on the front row. And we'll see how hungry Monster is the next 2 days. The Delaware Life 150, race 2 of the East Series is green for 2024. A great start from Sam Dio, but even a better start from Derek Hamill. Up to second, we'll have to watch out for this 3 wide. It is not good. Look how good.
There they go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no! Big crash.
Track costs upside down filing, and the pace car's gonna get involved as well.
Well, you brought it up that Miles the Monster wasn't that hungry for some JBL Cup Series cars. Well, certainly he was hungry for some ARCA cars early.
Oh man. Yeah, you mentioned it. It was clean and green for 100 laps in the JBL Cup Series race earlier in the year. And how about lap 1? We have some cars flying in the air. Oh my goodness. Skylar Taylor's destroyed. Jack Haas is somehow driving away, but smoking. The 28 of Wine Little is destroyed. And then the number 6 of Will Parrish is also destroyed. William Ayers. This Jack Haas, this Takashi second in points. Haas and Takashi second and third in points involved in this one. And a ton of cars torn up early on. Luckily, when we get to the restart, it will be a single file restart. But 3 wide, we saw that in the JBL Cup Series race. It is a little bit sketchy up turn 4, and it was definitely sketchy right there. Let's go and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day for the Delaware Life 150 for the Amsoil East Series at Dover. Here we go. Turns 4 is the trouble spot, and unfortunately, Jack Haas and Matthew Burnett made contact. Will Parrish also involved, and then down the racetrack, Skylar Taylor is going to pinch the number 11. Taylor's going to go upside down. Haas is going to torpedo. And then unfortunately, Will Parrish is going to go up the racetrack into Takashi and William Ayers. Bradley Ream's going to get a little piece of it, while Lil is going to get hit by an upside down 11. And we did the count, that's about 7 or 8 cars involved, so almost half the field. And if we're into bowling, that's almost a strike here for Miles the Monster on lap number 1. Tough lift for everyone involved, and that is yet another flip. We've seen a lot of flips already. We saw a flip at Kern County for the West Series. Now we've seen a double flip here at Dover for the East Series. What a crazy start to the year for the Amsoil ARCA Series for all 3. But a tough break for everyone involved in the first crash of the day here at Dover.
Here we go off of turn 4. The 11 of Jack Haas goes up the track 3 wide. Massive T-bone right there. Huge barrel rolls up the racetrack. Multiple cars involved. The humongous one has hit Dover and these ARCA cars.
Absolutely. About half the field, Jack Haas was somehow to get that rolling thing with Skylar Taylor and Ryan Little and them Ayers, but definitely going to see some casualties early on here at Dover in the Delaware Life 150. But meanwhile, it is Sam Dio leading us back to the green with Hamill with a great lap number 1. Let's go ahead and get back to the restart here in race 2 of the season. Welcome back to Dover Motor Speedway after that crazy wet down the front stretch and entering turn number 1. A ton of skid marks, and we will go back in on lap 7 of 40 here in the Delaware Life 150. Unfortunately, the number 6 and the 28 are both 1 lap down, And then the 06 of Skylar Taylor and the number 11 of Jack Koss will have to leave Dover for the time being, and they will be in the garage. It will be Nico Samudio, Derek Hamill, Local Dawn, Jordan Stout, Sean Mullen, the top 5. The number 97 of Felix Mayer, Ron Kennington, Brianna Beal, Austin Scott, and Matthew Burnett, the top 10. And then Bradley Ream, Trey White, Takashi, the 17 of Ayers, the 6 of Parrish, and the 28 of Wine Little will round out the cars that are left. We still have 16 cars remaining, 14 on the lead lap, and 2 cars are out. Sam D will lead us back to the green on lap 7 of 40. We even started for the top 2. Here comes Sean Mullen trying to move the 48 out of the way into the inside for that 4th position. Hamill trying to get there. Contact on that sit. Local Dawn trying to get to the 15. But Jordan Stout's going to lose 1, 2, maybe 3 positions off of turn number 2.
And down the back straightaway, the 48 still losing positions. Meanwhile, up front, the 18 of San Mateo goes a little wide. Hamill trying to stick his nose in there. Ooh, contact on exit. San Mateo is going to get a good run, and he's going to get clear entering turn number 1. Derek Hamill going to have to regroup and try something else here on the number 18 car. But he's also got to watch out for those 2 fast track cars. Meanwhile, the 48 still trying to fight his position. Now trying to get passed by that 69 of Ronald Kennington, who will get by him off of turn number 4. And now under fire from the 98 of Austin Scott.
And we're starting to see the multi-crew racing here at Dover. Not quite of what we saw in the JBL Cup Series. You really want to be on that bottom. But just like in the Cup Series race earlier, you want to be on the outside laying off turn 4 sometimes. And side by side between the fast track teammates. A little bit of contact right there. Definitely, it's a lot more tight down to the bottom of the racetrack for these cars compared to what the Cup Series did. And how about Felix Mayer running into the top 5 and might get this 4th spot away from Local Dawn. Felix Mayer did not have a great one at Oswego 14th in the standings and going to take that 4th spot away. And we'll see what a lap driver really turns into a effect here with those couple of cars with damage. Hamill running a lane lower and oh my goodness. Already.
The 6 of Will Parrish way off the pace, and these drivers are going to have to try to figure out a way by. Parrish going to hold him up, and that's going to stack up everyone. Now who can get by? And looks like Hamill's going to be able to, but unfortunately, Shauna Martin's going to get held up here. Same with the 48 of Jordan Stout.
How slow is that number 6? Is Will Parrish stuck in 3rd gear? Yes, he is. Battle for the lead. Hamill for dive bomb. Sam Dio and Hamill. Oh. Well, unfortunately, Will Parrish is going to be a problem all race long with him being stuck in 3rd gear. But new race leader Derek Hamill, and how about Felix Mayer? Running in the 3rd position and has the fastest lap so far here at Dover.
Yeah, that CR7 machine looking pretty good so far up to that 3rd spot, but he's going to have to pass a couple of Toyotas if he wants to get to the front. San Mateo and Hamill have been the class of the field 15 laps into the race, and San Mateo all over the back bumper of Hamill. He's going to go to the inside off of turn number 2, got a good run, but we'll see if he gets there. Nope, Hamill's going to shut the door on him, and now San Mateo's got to regroup, but he might have a challenge here from that number 97 of Felix Mayer off of turn number 4. Will look to the inside, not quite.
Gonna try and does actually move Sam Mateo out of the way. Felix Mayer, pretty new to the channel, making a statement here. Oh my goodness, well, Dawn's gonna make it 3 right for 2nd.
What a maneuver, but that's going to allow San Mateo to get that run up on that 3rd line, and he's going to retain that 2nd position.
Beal's gonna move Austin Scott out of the way. Some short track racing at a high speed 1 mile track here at Dover, and this is why I'm glad we brought the East Series here to Dover, because we saw some great action in the Cup Series and we are seeing some good racing here early on. Right now it is Sam Deal in 2nd, trying to chase down Derek Hamill in the race lead. He's trying to lane higher, and that's actually going to work out really well for him on that sit, and here comes Local Dawn to the inside of Felix Mayer, and Ron Kennington rounds out the top 5. Looks like the outside lane is really starting to look out for these drivers. And we're almost halfway through this. It's going to be a fast race if this stays green. And Sam Deal really trying to close in, but got a bad 1 and 2.
Yep, and now, the 10 maybe, oh boy, but we're going to have Will Parrish again, but the 10 of Roland Dorn to the inside of Felix Mayer. But once again, Felix Mayer, man, more contact. Oh boy, that 6 is really off the pace. Heads up. Oh boy. No,
That
he's
is
going to hold
not
up
good.
Everyone.
That's what Hamill wants, but that's not what Sam Deal's
Oh no,
gonna
Sam
want.
Dio. Oh boy. Whoa.
That 6 machine is the only car that is like that on track, and now Sam Dio is gonna go from 2nd to about 10th at least. And oh my goodness gracious.
And you know, that's what Bradley Ream wanted. Ream got a little bit of damage from that and has been stuck at the back of this pack. Sam Medio's been up front all race, but now that just ruined Sam Medio's race, and it might have ruined his good chance at some good points here today over Bradley Ream to gain some ground.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It was really close. Sam Dio was -5 after the season opener, and now he's gonna fall way back a couple of positions behind Bradley Ream, but like you said, he might have a little bit of damage, and I think Sean Munger and Stout Sam Dio might be able to catch up and pass him here. But how about Derek Hamill? Now has a 1.5 second lead. He got Dover over Felix Mayer in 2nd, Dorn in 3rd, Austin Scott in 4th, and Brian Beal rounds out the top 5. How about Trey White in 6th, Local Dorn gonna make a dive bomb for the 2nd place spot.
What a maneuver right there from Rogel-Dorn. Oh, still, man, these guys getting really tied up on that 4th corner. These guys like to do a little bit of door banging. And now Rogel-Dorn's going to get clear of Felix Mayer off of turn number 2. Maybe Austin Scott might have a look here. Not quite. He's got Brandon Beal all over the back of him. Felix Mayer now going to try to do the crossover here on Rogel-Dorn. He's got a good run on exit. Is he going to move to the inside? We saw him not earlier, but then he tried to move him. Not going to do it this time.
Right now, Dale Campbell might have the car to beat, and
oh boy, Austin Scott making a move.
Great full car battle for the 2nd place spot. Hamill's just out here, but we've seen in the past, not over until it is over. Sam Dio trying to get past the number 48 back here, trying to Stout, and it's down to 1.7. Did gain a 10th last time by, but it's about 21 seconds to lap here at Dover, so not going to be that long for the last 14 laps of this one. And how about a couple more lap calls again before the Parrish stuck in 3rd here, and finally going to catch up to Will Ayers as well.
Yep, and it's just the luck of the draw for these drivers. When do they catch up with the lap car? If you catch them down the straightaway, you can easily just go to the inside, but if you catch them in the corner, you kind of really don't know what to do. Like Derek Hamill used to try to run on the outside. He's going to have to slow down. And now he's going to lose a big chunk of time to the top, to the rest of the field. And now, can they get by Will Parrish without having to slow up? That's also not going to happen. He's going to go around the outside. Oh my goodness, what a maneuver. We're going to split Will Parrish.
Oh dear. What a maneuver from Local Dorn. Knew that we were running out of time and had to make a big time move. And because of that, is only down to 0.7 of a second for the race lead. Look at the 97 with that great one on the 2nd lane. And we'll see what ends up happening with the rest of the lap cars. I'm really surprised that Will Parrish is even on the racetrack at this point. But it is what it is at this point. 10 laps to go, 11 laps to go. Hamill back up to a 0.8 of a second lead. Hamill's been dominant, but he has another lap car, William Ayers, and we'll see what happens. With 11 coming to 10 laps to go, with Hamill, Dorn, and Mayer the top 3.
Now, if you're Felix Mayer, you want to get by Rogel-Dorn, but at the same time, if you battle with Rogel-Dorn, you're going to lose time over Derek Hamill. So really, what do you want to do here? Do you want to try to get 2nd now and then go after the leader, or do you want to try to work together, catch the leader, and then go battle it out? But right now, it looks like Felix Mayer is going to do that other option. He is trying to get by that number 10 of Rogel-Dorn. But this time by, that gap does not look like 7/10. That looks a little shorter.
Oh my goodness, they cut it down from 7/10 to 0.45. It is less than half a tenth, and this is not over yet. Another lap cut of rim airs is going to be in the way. Hamill's going to dive bomb trying to get past the lap cutter. Going to be side by side, that's going to hurt him a little bit. And if Dorn can get up to this number 17, and looks like he's not quite going to get there. But he's not. The bright side is that Ayers is not really that bad off the pace, and now Dorn might be able to get.
He's a pick. Not quite.
Had to block the 97 there to not make it 3 wide. 7 to go, and this is not over.
Yeah, this is not over by any means. We still are probably going to catch up with Will Parrish one more time. And, you know, Rogel Dorn, he has a fast car late. I mean, we saw him catch up from 7/10 to under a half a second. So, right now, all he has to do is keep doing what he's doing. He's in the draft. That time by, it went up a little bit, but as long as he doesn't do whatever that was and let Felix Mayer get into the inside, he should catch him. But now these two are going to fight for second, and that's going to hurt them with 5 to go this time by.
I don't know what Rogel Dorn is trying to do. The outselling does not really look in 1 and 2. It does in 3 and 4. Got a great one on at sitting, knocked down to half a second. Will Parrish once again.
There it is.
Final time, hopefully, with Will Parrish. And now, here comes Dorn, here comes Mayer, here comes Beal, here comes Scott.
Oh boy, just when we thought that we might have just a battle for second on our hands, the 6 car Will Parrish changes things once again. It's a 5-car battle for the lead. Rogel Dorn, he's all over the back end of Derek Hamill. Can he make a move off of turn number 2?
He is, here we go, Dorn and Hamill. Last year the series was the most competitive. 2 weeks ago, we had one move from Hamill. 2 weeks ago it was a 4 or 5 car battle, and once again we have a top 5 battle with 3 laps to go. Dorn might have a shot, but he needs to somehow get past that number 15.
Yeah, the 15 has been really strong. We have another lap car. That's the 28 of Ryan Little. Ryan Little, besides the back end, doesn't have much damage, so I don't know how much off the pace he is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers get around him, if they even catch up to him before the white flag, which is next time by.
Hamill running a lane higher in that second lane, building up as much momentum as possible. Rogel Dorn trying to catch up. It was 0.3 of a second last time by, but I think Hamill might have this in the bag. White flag is out for Derek Hamill, and for the Season 4 JBL Cup Series champion, back up to half a second. Does not need to get past number 28. He is going to try and get past him. Fieldman is going to get to the inside and maybe still second. Not quite. Dominating performance from Derek Hamill here today. The Season 4 JBL Cup Series champion is going to be back in victory lane. Derek Hamill will win the Delaware Life 150 at Dover.
My pick.
I
don't
think that's the first time that's happened so far this season. Great job from you. You must have known the script. Great job from the 15 of Derek Hamill getting around all those lap cars. And we saw, I think it was going to come down to same with Dio and Hamill. If Sam and Dio do not get held up by Will Parrish early on. Sam Dio is going to get 10th here today, and Brian Beal, Brian Ream is going to get 7th. So, Ream, I think, is going to be the point leader still, because he finished ahead of Sam Dio. Austin Scott finished only 2 positions ahead of him, and of course, Kashi and Haas had a struggle here today. So, it's going to be tight, but I do believe it will be Ream as the point leader still. Hamill with the one barely over Rogel Dorn by 26 of a second. Mayer in 3rd, great run from that number 97. Brian Beal in 4th, Austin Scott in 5th, Trey White in 6th, William in 7th, Martin in 8th, Kennington in 9th, and Sam Dio rounds out the top 10. Kinda sucks for that number 18 team of Sam Dio, but you know what? He's one of several drivers that will get another shot at here tomorrow for the ARCA Series race. And then Jordan Stout in 11th, Burnett in 12th, Takashi in 13th was one of many cars involved in that big one on lap 1. Finished 16 laps down and finished 16 seconds behind and almost got a lap down. And then is and 14th 1 lap down, 1 and 15th minus 2 laps down, and the little pitch, I don't know what exactly was wrong with that number 6 machine, just was stuck in third gear and decided to never pit and fix the damage. So became a problem on the race swept, but I don't know. And then Skylar Taylor and Jack Haas, both cars that flipped on that lap 1, big one with 8 cars involved. They finished 17th and 18th respectively. What a wild race here for the Amsoil East Series at Dover. What's the final thoughts after that one?
Yeah, I thought this race was very good, and like you said, with that very unfortunate lap car of Will Parrish, kind of not really ruining the race, but ruining the race for Nicholas Samadio, sort of say. It definitely made the race a lot more entertaining for us commentators, and hopefully for you, the fans, with the battle for the lead between Vogeldorn, Hamill, and Mayer, and Beal, and Scott, that 5-car battle for the lead. But ultimately, Derek Hamill was able to get by the lap cars. Probably not the faster way, but he not the most efficient way, but definitely got around before Dorn was able to use them as a pick. So obviously we saw that Dorn make that great move on the lap car to catch back up to Hamill, but Hamill just with such a stronger car, that Venturini power really came into play.
Oh yeah, definitely a great one from Hamill, and it would have been nice to see what would happen if we had like Dorn, Hamill, and Samadio battling for the win late, but that's just what happens sometimes. And take a look at the point standings after race 2, and I am correct, it is going to be Bradley Weem as the point leader, 3 points over Austin Scott in second, 5 points over Derek Hamill, 7 points over Sam Dio, 8 points over Trey White and Takashi, and then 9 points ahead of Beal. Mayer minus 11, and Dorn and Burnett round out the top 10 minus 12, still very tight. And we saw here today, it was a very competitive field. We saw that last season, we saw that at Oswego, and we saw that here today at the end. There was 5 cars under a second that had a realistic shot at the race win. So something about this East Series is always competitive. Thanks for Charles for joining me up here on the booth for this one. Congratulations to Derek Hamill on winning the Delaware Life 150, and we'll see how hungry Monster is here tomorrow for the Amsoil ARCA Series race 4 of their season, and that would be 40 laps as well for Hershey's 150. Until tomorrow for race 4 of the Amsoil ARCA Series, we will see you guys next time. Bye!